Well, hi, friends. Welcome back to our study of Stop Trying, How to Receive, Not Achieve Your Real Identity. Today, we move into Lesson 5 and to really part 2 of the book. So we've covered a lot of ground. We're just getting started. I hope you won't lose interest. We're building a case, and we're kind of seeing a story through to its end. In the first position, we talked about all the broken forms of identity that the world tries to draw us into. We kind of categorize them broadly as traditional and modern. The traditional identity is I need to live up to others' expectations. It's achievement-based, performance-based. The modern identity is the individualist. No, I just need to be who I am. I need to go into my heart, deep dive, and figure out who I want to be and thrust it on the world. And we really broke that down. And really, the modern identity is just a traditional identity in disguise, because at the end of the day, once I decide who I am, I'm going to still demand that others validate that, which makes it traditional in its basic function. The thing about these is that both of these forms of identity or processes of identity are flawed and fragile. They're fluid and they change. They can be lost and broken, and eventually they will be lost. And on some level, at this point, you've already identified whether you've experienced that kind of loss. So today we move into part 2, finding. And really the core of part 2 is the verse that we read right at the beginning of chapter 6. For whosoever would save his life will lose it. But whosoever loses his life for my sake and the gospel's will save it. So the idea here is that we lose our constructed selves to find our strong selves in Christ. Before I can discover who I really am, by definition of my Creator, the authoritative final word on the matter, I've got to lose all the fake, fragile, fluid versions of myself that the horizontal identities have given me. That losing can be painful and can be disorienting, and we're going to talk about that as we study the life of Peter, but Jesus meets us there. And then we're going to see in chapter 7 that really Jesus did this first for us. In a sense, he lost himself so that he could find us. And that's where the gospel identity really begins. So I invite you into this next part of our journey. We move from losing to finding. What is it that we're going to find, and why is it so significant? In reality, it's what we've been looking for all of our lives. It's what our heart most longs for and most craves. And Jesus died to be able to give it to us. So with that, I give you my best wishes for today's study. Keep reading, keep pressing forward. See you next time.